Right, here we go. Welcome, hello. My name's Climate of Joe, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I have absolutely no idea if this stream is live. Welcome. Is it live? Hello, welcome. I have absolutely no idea if this is live. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see what I'm jumping on? I don't know if it's live. Hello. I hope you enjoy the profile picture. Thank you, everybody. TY Badger sent me a profile picture on Discord. So I've changed my profile picture for the first time since 2018. So I've sent. You see black. I've changed my profile picture for the first time since 2018. So, thank you. I can tell it's not AI generated, so good for you. Oh well, I'm not against the use of AI. I'm not against the use of AI, Pixel King. Only for certain stuff, like I've used it to break down my book ideas a bit more, and give some pointers. I'm only against AI when people use it to do their work for them, so people that's wrote books with it. But you've used it for a reason. You've put a prompt. You've put a prompt in. You haven't used it to make work. You've used a profile pic. Your profile pictures are fine if they're made out of AI. I only don't agree with it when people are using it for graphic design and then trying to sell it, because technically they haven't done anything. They've just put a couple of prompts in. I'm just going to refresh the page. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, guys. Sorry there was no stream yesterday. There should have been, but I was doing something quite. I'll see if I can make a new profile picture eventually. Yeah. Sorry there was no stream yesterday. I was a little busy myself. I was just thinking about that recently, crazy and now. Yeah, AI. Somebody said to me, "Oh, AI is going to destroy the film industry. People who make films out of AI." You can't, because you can tell the AI people aren't real. I don't even know how it looks AI. My sister's coughing in the background. My sister's very ill. So, you're going to have to deal with that. You guys are going to have to deal with that. My sister's really ill in the background. As in, quite ill. All night. It is AI, but... I mean, it looks good. I mean... Oh... I don't even know how it looks AI. It is AI though. It is AI, but yeah. But welcome to the stream, guys. Apologies for there being no stream yesterday. I started going through some old documents which I'd kept. I found a load of old. I don't even know what is below this one. What is below this one? I don't even know what's below it for you, because what's below for you won't be the same as everybody else. It's really interesting. Sorry, I've got a really warm cup of tea next to me because I totally forgot I was going to stream. And basically had been going through old documents and throwing things away. So I come upstairs with a cup of tea, so I've got a huge cup of tea waiting for me by my desk. It's night time, almost. But I found a lot of old schoolwork, and I found old schoolwork Right, everyone in here. Everyone in here. How old were you guys in 2018? Everyone in here right now. How old were you guys in 2018? You were 9. So you were born in 2009 then, Globeans. Yeah, how old was everyone else? How old was everyone else in 2018? No, 8. Oh, 2010, yeah. 6. Calamity of Jingle Bells. How are you? I'm very good, thank you. For asking. How are you? I'm... Alright. Yeah, the reason I asked, how old was everyone in 2018? I was doing something yesterday. 7. So you were 7, Red Muffin. Honestly, I was doing some going through some old a box under the bed the other day. I found some of my schoolwork from 2018. I would have been 16 and in my final year of school. Yeah, TY Badger made it. He was in the stream. They messaged my Discord about they've made me a new profile picture. No, Pixel King's not. 2018. That's 7 years ago. Means he's 13. 6 plus 7 is 13. Right. Yeah, you're about to be 15. What's one of your favourite breakfast sandwiches? We don't call them that. We don't call them breakfast sandwiches. We call them breakfast baps. We call them breakfast baps because normally they're rolls. But sometimes we call it that. If it's in an actual sandwich... we call it like my favourite is bacon sandwiches. But I absolutely love... If it's in a roll... Breakfast sandwich, we call them biscuits. Yeah, that's so weird. Bacon, egg and cheese, that's a good one. My favourite though is bacon, egg, sausage. Bacon, egg, sausage bap. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. Yeah, obviously to me a biscuit's a cookie. Well, we call them biscuits and cookies. We call them both, but then biscuit is... Right. I'm having trouble putting these ladders on. Right, we did the flags the other day. We never finished them because someone who was on the stream wanted to see what my world looked like. My house looked like, so I had to leave. I was about to say, do I still have those ender pearls? Clever. But, yeah, there we go. Made all those when we got these. Bollocks. Did you just wake up? No, Red Muffin. I've been up since about 10:30 this morning. Scrambled egg is lovely. I do love scrambled egg. I'm operating this controller with one hand. I've got a mug of tea in the other. Quite alarming to wake up at 4 PM. I have done it before. I will admit I have woke up at 4 PM before. Not 4 PM, 3 PM. It's because I've spent all day going through old documents. I spent all day spring cleaning, throwing things away that I don't want anymore. Basically, I haven't got any dirt. Ooh. Basically, I kept all this old schoolwork, which is why I said how old was everyone in 2018, because one of the schoolwork pieces that I found was from 2018, which I was 16 and in my last year at school, and I found some schoolwork from then, which I was quite shocked because obviously I didn't know. I'm dead. That's because I took one of my hands off the controller to drink the tea. Yeah, I was 16 in my last year of school, and I found all these documents. I decided to toss most of it. Minigame area. It's literally just called the minigame area. It's literally just called the minigame area. So we're in the original minigame area. This bit here, and well, the bits over there is the original minigame area. Let's just quickly get this ladder first. This wasn't going to be a fun land. I just wanted to build a couple of mini games, and I just decided to I just decided to call it the minigame area. So actually, something that you guys might want to know, you can see a river there. That river goes all the way under there. That river goes all the way under there, all the way to just behind there, but it's covered because I covered the river. That's the one thing I like about Bedrock Edition. You can just go like that and place blocks. Here we go. Perfect. So you can get to both boats now. Good. So, it looks quite nice actually. I quite like that. What do you guys think? But yeah, I didn't realize at the back here there was nothing to stop you from going off. Hello, Marol. Welcome to the stream. Right. I think it's quite a... So it works. We need to put the mask up. A wooden fireplace. That would be cool, but then the house is made of wood, so would it burn? We're almost at 730. We're definitely gonna hit 5,800 by the end of this month. Oh. Do I remember you? Of course I do. You've been in a few of my streams. I don't forget someone if they haven't appeared for like one stream. Guys, I really want to see if we can land in that. Yeah, we're not actually going to do that. I'm joking. But then there's a place I want to go to. So we're going to... Of course I remember you. I don't... You should make a name for your house instead of just house. It's called the Survivor Legacy House. That's just what I named it. I'm very literate with the way it might be because I'm British. It might be because I'm British, but I'm really literate with what I name, how I name things. So I don't come up with like a great name for things. I'm just like, Survival Legacy house. Minigame area. The house without a name. The reason we're coming over here is I think there's a huge cave over here. I think there's just a cave here. There's a huge cave and I know there is, and I want to look for it. Imagine if it was called Legacy Manor. But we do have a manor on Legacy. Legacy, can I just say everyone, I didn't name it. I did not name it Legacy because of Legacy Console Edition. If anything, it wasn't, this Legacy Console Edition wasn't called Legacy Console Edition. It looks quite cool. I quite like the Happy Ghast. It's a cool concept. The Happy Ghast, that's what I'm looking for, isn't it? Yeah. I remember this place just have it. I remember this cave just being huge. Nah, I'm looking. There's a bigger thing. It's a real big cave across here where it's just huge. Perhaps I'm wrong though. Perhaps I've mistaken it. There was one which it was absolutely massive across here. Perhaps I filled it over. Yeah, must have. But I quite like the Happy Ghast. I don't like the new texture of the gas. Yeah, but I like the concept of the I like the concept of the Happy Ghast. If anything, I just need to go and plug my laptop in, guys. Oh god, the laptop charger's decided to fall. The laptop charger decided to fall off the back of me behind my desk, and I'm not well. Hello, Sans. Welcome. Yeah, the wire. My laptop charger decided to fall off the bed. Not off the bed. Behind my desk, and I'm too fat and too short to reach it. There we go. Good. Good. Right, we got what we wanted now. Those look fine. I have no idea what we're going to build today, guys, because I've sort of forgotten what we were going to build. So, you guys can suggest something. Maybe something small, something big. We don't know. Thank you to the people who subscribed. We are 29. We're 90. We're 19 subscribers off hitting 5,750. Did you build those? Yeah, we've built everything on here. This is a solo survivor world. This building here is from 2017. This building's from like late 2017, early 2018. Yeah, I built this minigame in 2018. It's called Lights Out. Try building a giant me. Well, we're going to need a lot of blocks then, because I'm particularly fat. The concept of this minigame is that you're trying to light up all four of your switches. So you got to go around and collect the lights. So the green ones are for Creeper team. The black ones are for Enderman team. But you got to fight each other. You got to fight each other and stop each other from getting there. Should change it to switches, really. Yeah, we got to stop. You got to stop each team from getting to the. I think we should make it bigger. I think if anything, I probably should have made it bigger. There's even a hollow area. There's even a hollow bit on the side that we could probably shear. And we could probably shear that and make that room bigger. Because we did on this side. I swear we did on that side. The kid is not my son. Oh, she says I'm the one. What? We got hollow bits here. We could, well, almost the. Who? By Michael. Billie Jean in June 25. Oh, Michael Jackson. Sorry, I never really listened to Michael Jackson meant. I definitely don't have enough patience or the skill. I don't have the skill to do it either. Hello, the Teddy twins. Welcome. I don't have the skill to do it either. And to be honest, Sans, my patience is quite bad. My patience is quite bad. So you probably could do it. If you're willing, if you're willing to do it, you can do anything. Patience is nothing to do with it. What do we want? We could actually shear the hollow bits in there. You're good at building, thank you. I'm not that good at building. I'm still building block. I'm still quite blocky with my builds. It's not a lot of curve. Well, I mean this one is curved, but then this is newer compared to this lot. This one, that one's from 2018. That was done a few years ago. This took me 2 years to build. Not the structure didn't. This structure itself didn't take too long to build. It was the actual build itself. This build, collecting the lava for the spleef arena. This is a gladiator spleef arena. Collecting the lava for the spleef arena took me 18 months because I just struggled at doing it so bad. There's a little bit more I want to do here. Maybe we add a bit extra around here. Maybe we add an extra thing, I don't know. Hello gamer, welcome. Welcome. I like your building style, it's really nostalgic. Thank you. I take inspiration from whenever I see it. I want to film some episodes, some normal videos. Just haven't had the time recently, but now I've got the time, so I might plan out some content to actually shoot. My stupid phone keeps shutting off on me. Is that because it's got too much charge? Sometimes it does that. Or it's not charged enough, because my phone does that. My phone does that. If it's on like 1%, it will turn off. There we go. I like this. You've got dark oak trees here that have started to turn into that are dark oak here, but start turning into acacia here. Interesting. Guys, you guys have put nearly 200 views on this in 20 minutes. This isn't going to be a long stream. Yeah, fish swim in the sea too, Joe. What? What do you mean? I never mentioned swimming in the sea. Where am I from? I'm from the UK, so I'm British. What do you mean, Omnivale? When did I mention fish or swimming? Actually, that's a good question. That's a good question. Goodbye, Sans. Thank you for joining the stream, and I'll see you in the next one. That goes on to a question. Yeah, no, it's too... Your phone turns off. I've never heard that one before. I can see that accent of yours, definitely you're in the UK. I mean, there is 30 accents in the UK. There's over 30 accents in the UK. There's hundreds of different dialects in the UK. The UK has the highest range of dialects in the world. Highest range of accents. In the UK, you can go from town to town and they can speak completely different. Talking of which, but you sound British. Yeah, well, of course I sound British. But, yeah. It's interesting. The UK, Great Britain has that many accents. Sometimes, someone told me that I sounded American the other day. I'm like... Oh, actually... Someone on my stream the other day said, "Hi, Chad," and they thought I was some American football player. How old do you think I am, gamer? I ask everybody that asks me this, everyone that asks me this question, I get them to guess, because everyone seems to get it wrong. Everyone seems to guess a different answer, a different number, so, not anymore. I'm 22. I'm almost 23. I'm not 19, but thank you. I'll take I'll take sounded 19. Yeah, not 19, 23, nearly. Not for another 6 months. Anyway, guys, what was I going to say? Talking of which, when Omnivale mentioned the sea, what would everyone rather do? Swim in the sea or swim in a swimming pool? You play Call of Duty? I've never played Call of Duty, to be honest. What would everyone rather do? Swim in the sea or swim in the ocean? No, swim in the sea or swim in a swimming pool? I don't know. I'd rather the ocean myself. I'd rather the ocean. It's because the ocean is how... Actually... Has any of you ever swum? Has anyone ever swum in the ocean here? Nah, it's actually healthy for. It's actually healthier for you. Swimming in the ocean is actually very healthy. Salt water actually helps. Salt water is actually very good for your body. Yeah, so if say you have a cut, or an injury, swimming in the sea actually heals injuries. So say that I cut my hand. Hello, Bite Rush. Yes, the sea is actually very healthy for you. Salt water is actually very, very, very healthy. In fact, it does something with your skin as well. If you have like a skin conditions, it actually helps treat skin conditions, which is really weird. But the reason I don't like swimming pools is because swimming pools I find to be too warm. I find the actual... You got a package in the mail a few days ago. Cool. Yeah, swimming pools, they're alright. But I find the outside of the swimming pool, the actual room that the swimming pool's in, I find that too hot. Like they've cranked up the heating. And also as well, especially in the UK, swimming pools in the UK, I always find there's too many people in there. So when I went into a swimming pool when I was on holiday last year. I'd almost want to get your Xbox 360 just to add Minecraft on it. That would be cool. I mean, it's the original game. Yeah, I went on holiday last year and I was swimming in the pool and I couldn't go 5 minutes without someone kicking me or crashing into me because there was too many people. Well, there was too many people in the pool. I prefer it in the sea where it's more spaced out. I mean, you can swim somewhere without someone crashing into you or getting hit in the head with someone's floatable volleyball or something like that. I hate it. swimming in a pool's fine when there's not a lot of people, but if there's too many people, I was swimming last year on holiday in the pool, and someone came out of nowhere kicking and swimming through the water, and they booted me straight in the plums, and then I felt a kick on my back from the other side, and I hate it. I prefer swimming in the sea where it's much. Joe is the type of guy to fart in the pool. Yeah, but then no, I'm not. But if you fart in the pool, you can't help farting, Omniville. You don't know when you're going to pass gas, because sometimes you don't even know you're doing it. What's building a mansion out of every material? I've come up with an idea. Perhaps every subscriber that subscribes after tomorrow, why don't we put a random block in, and we build a block. We put a random block each day, and then we build a house at random blocks. If I go to a swimming pool, I go to a private one. Yeah. Also, I find the swimming pools too. This might just be me, but I find swimming pools too shallow. I'm gonna bring this up, or subscriber garden. Yeah, I went on holiday last year. Obviously, when I went on holiday last year, the swimming pool, the deepest part of the swimming pool was only 1.3 meters. I might have done. Red Lord. I might have done. Anyway, going on to the point that I was going on to the. There's the castle. So where are we then? Yeah, going on to the point the quick point that I were making. Yeah. I find normal swimming pools too shallow. So this random swimming pool I went when I was on holiday. The deep end was 1.3 meters. So how many of you are taller than 1.3 meters? I know what the glitch is. I've done it, but it doesn't work anymore. I know what the glitch is, and then I duplicated the bedrock, but yeah, very hard glitch. How many of you are over 1.3 meters? Well, yeah, I imagine everyone here is over 1.3 meters. What are you doing that for? That's weird. $130 centimeters. Yeah. So that's how deep the swimming pool was. It was 4 foot deep. So I said I think the swimming pool was. I personally think the swimming pool was too shallow. What do you guys think? Too shallow? Hello, Yolanda Salto. Welcome. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is the swimming pool 4 foot? Is the swimming pool too shallow? I mean, you can see the other castle from here. You can see that castle. That's cool. I'm gonna get a screenshot. Yeah. So, how tall is everyone here? Actually, how tall is everyone here? How tall is everyone in feet? Or centimeters? So everyone's over 4 foot. That's all right. Yeah, it's just an example. Nico Bellic fan, to prove how small how shallow this swimming pool was. So how tall is everyone else? Yeah, how tall is everyone else in here? Because I guarantee everyone is over 1.3 meters. Hello, RJ Macadio, welcome. Yeah, how tall is everyone? How tall is everyone in here? So I'm basically, if you've just joined, I'm using this as an example. I was mentioning about why I hate swimming pools in real life, and I said with the last swimming pool I went into, the max depth of the swimming pool was only 4 foot. You're 7'5"? Are you actually 7'5"? I'm taller than... Are you actually 7'5"? I don't know whether to believe that or not. What even is that? That's like 200 cent. That's like 200. I mean, I don't know. I know there's people over 7'5". I can't. I don't think someone is that. You could actually be that. But, you know, you play basketball. Oh, okay. Oh, you know him in real life. Yeah. I was on holiday and the swimming pool was only... I mean, I'm... How tall am I? 5'9", and the swimming pool was literally up to my stomach, and I'm like, so he is actually 7'5". Jesus. I'd hate having to find clothes at 7'5". You want to hear a dark humor joke? I mean, we're streaming on Minecraft, but yeah, why not? Let's hear a dark humor joke. As long as it's not that bad. Actually, it just dawned in my head. Actually, if you're 7'5", surely shoes are a nightmare. What do you guys think? What does everyone else think? Shoes would be a nightmare at that height, wouldn't they? He has small feet. Small feet and 7'5", but Jesus. But then I said, even if he is that height, Red Lord, trying to find clothes would be a nightmare then, because I said, the world isn't meant for people that are that tall. Not in that regard, but then you don't expect someone being ridiculously tall. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, shoes are hard. Yeah, clothes and shoes are hard. But they're going to be hard if you're 226 centimetres. What if Minecraft Legacy got PlayStation 5 edition and Xbox Series X editions do? Though. Hello, Kiss. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. What was I going to say? But yeah, I can understand that, RJ Mercedio. It's just a dark humour joke. No, I understand it's a dark humour joke. It took me twice to read it. When I read it, I was like, ah. I got it straight away, and then I was like, okay. But yeah, I can imagine that's really hard. I can imagine when I said about clothes and shoes, I can imagine how hard that is. But put it this way, you're probably always healthy. You are probably always healthy. You are probably always healthy because you can eat a lot more than everyone else, technically, because of how tall you are. My old college lecturer said this to me, said this to a guy in my class about his friend was 6'11". My old college lecturer had a friend that was 6'11", and what he could eat. Your little brother's 5'6" in grade 6. What is grade 6? What age is grade 6? I have absolutely no idea. I'm not American, so I wouldn't know. I hope you're doing well. But I have a question. That's all right. What question would you like to ask? I am doing well. He's 12. That's I mean, is that good for 12? Well, I suppose the average height now is 13 at 5'4" at 13. So that's 2 inches above the average for a year older. So yeah, that's probably. Have you ever had a hearing test? I haven't. No. I haven't had a hearing test. No, to be honest. I had my eyes tested lots of times because technically by thing I've got to wear glasses. But hello Blue Eyes, welcome. Yeah, I haven't had to ever. No, I might have had to have a hearing test. I might have had to have a hearing test because. No. No. I haven't. Do I remember you? Of course I do, Blue Eyes. You were literally on my stream like 2 days ago. Literally, that was the last stream I did actually, 2 days ago. I didn't do a stream yesterday, which I do apologise about everybody, but I started doing some important work that I needed to do. Have you ever used a pencil to remove earwax? No, I have not. I've used a cotton earbud. Then eat it. Why are you eating your own earwax? Is that added nutrients? Rip Stamp is Lovely World, 2010. It's not that old. 2012. Minecraft Stampy didn't start till 2012 because he started his Lovely World when I was 10. Stampy started his Lovely World when I was 10 in 2012. No, when I was in school, people wondered if I needed to have a hearing test when I was in school because I claimed the oldest was 2010. Stampy made my world go round. Yeah. What was I gonna say? My brother eats 5 times a day. Is that healthy though? Eating 5 times a day. Yeah, a guy in my Discord server sent me remade it and just sent me it. I was like, well, I thought it looked cool, so I did. Is that healthy, eating food 5 times a day? I mean, to be honest, RJ Mercedio, I eat a lot a day, and I'm not tall. I'm average height, so I don't think 3 meals a day, 2 snacks. I probably eat more than that, actually. What did I have today? I had breakfast, I had lunch, I had a packet of crisps. I've had 3 things. No, actually, I had a chocolate bar about a half hour ago. No, more than that. I eat twice. Yeah, but I am quite overweight though. I'm quite overweight, so sleep while you're full. Yeah, I'm quite overweight though, so I do eat quite a lot, everyone, because I am quite. How's your day been? My day's been really well. My day's been good, but I am quite overweight. So I'm like 210 pounds. Hey, your streams are doing better now at least. Well, it's because I've switched it into shorts format, so I might as well always have to do shorts format. On average 11 people. Yeah, 13 at the moment, but it's incredible. We've got 300 in the last 45 minutes. Rate Jamaican beef patties out of 10. I've never had a Jamaican beef patty, so I don't even know what we call. We don't call them patties, we call them buns. We don't call them pies, we call them buns in the UK, so we just call it a beef bun. What? I'm kind of running out of things to do in Minecraft, so am I sometimes. It's a growth boost, sleep where you're full. I mean, I don't grow anymore. I don't grow anymore, I've stopped growing years ago. Right, I'm back. But yeah, I've not I've not grown in 5 years. I haven't grown since 2020. Everybody, because you grow till you're like 18, and I was 18 5 years ago. Actually, no, 4.5. You know, people die. Yeah, I have seen that. But why would you do it 65 times in a row? I saw something about that, like on the news or something. Actually, no, it might have been random. I'm like, why would you do it 65 times? If you do it 65 times in a row, if you do that 65 times in a row, like, why? You don't need to know, Nico Bellic fan. You don't need to know. Why would you do that 60? If you know, you know. Why would you do that 65 times in a row anyway? Maybe he's lonely. Yeah, but you can be lonely and not do that 65 times in a row. I mean, you've got some people that do it probably 65 times a year. Well, 65 times every day or something. But then, why 65 times in a row? How? If you do it 65 times, if you do that 65 times. Yeah, if you do that 65 times, how have you found the time to do it 65 times? Because you've got to get yourself locked and loaded. So, yeah. Joe, can you guess who said this quote? I mean, a famous explorer said that the extraordinary things do. Sorry, I'm gonna read what it says. A famous explorer once said, "That's the extraordinary thing in what we do, not who we are." I don't know. Francis Drake, Edmund Hillary, Tenzing Norgay, Ronald Amundsen, who was the first person to go to Norway. Antarctica. I actually don't know. I don't actually know. Lara Croft. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched Tomb Raider properly. Brother under this chat, super chatted and said he has HIV. Yeah, but well, no one's super chatted on my stream because it's impossible to super chat my stream because I'm not monetized, and I'm not going to be monetized for a while because as it stands at the moment, we're still 500 hours away. Well, we got 600 hours last month, but it also gets rid of, as each month finishes, it takes away the hours from a month a year ago. But you know, you got your satchel a few days ago. What's a satchel? I have no idea what that is. Yes, they are. They are. Yes, Red Lord, they are. Right. So, I'm going to quickly just check in a few notifications. There we go. Thank you to the people who subscribed, by the way. We are 69 subscribers. Well, whoever said that in the stream that you were watching, at least they admitted to it. I didn't get the red ring of death. That's good. You don't want to see the red ring of death. The red ring of death. You do not want to see the red ring of death. The ring. Lord of the Rings, the rings of power. No, it's the rings of death. Join a minigame server. I can't at the moment because I'm on this world doing some stuff. I'm doing a live Survival Lexi episode, so I can't leave the world, technically. Do you think Vader's menacing? Yes. I put some in my Discord server that you might like, Skatepunk. Vader without... Originally, it was meant to be... Originally, Vader was meant to be voiced by the guy in the suit. But George Lucas didn't like his accent, so they brought in James Earl Jones to go and take over the voice, to dub the voice. So when you hear James Earl Jones's voice as Vader, it's actually dubbed over the guy that actually read the lines out on the set. Make more Discord emojis. I will eventually, I just haven't got round to it at the moment. Yeah, so tear apart this ship and find me the passengers. I want them to look. Your little brother sounds like Bart saying something. Are you saying? Are you trying to say squeaky, RJ Mercedes or something? Oh, goodbye, Blue Eyes. Thank you for joining the live stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Did you like The Force Awakens? The Force Awakens, I will admit, I did like. I did like The Force Awakens. But then everyone's squeaky at 12. I think I gotta admit, guys, I was still squeaky when I was 14. I was still squeaky when I was like nearly 15. yeah, The Force Awakens is good because it was new. No one knew what to expect. Yeah, the last girl in my college class went into a bitter debate about how she thought The Last Jedi was the best film ever. But I think the only thing about this girl who was in my college class back in the 2022, I'm genuinely convinced that the only thing she cared about in film is always having the main character female. When I asked her what was her favourite part about it, she was just like, "Oh, there's a strong female lead." I'm like, "So that's why you like the film?" I'm like, "So there's no plot line." Yeah. So this you got a building idea? Cool. Yeah. So this girl, the only reason she liked the film was that Rey was a strong female character. When I think Rey, I would do Star Wars 9. I would do Star Wars 10, 11, 12 right now. I would do Star Wars 10, 11, 12 right now with Rey as the villain, because right at the end, Palpatine says, "If you strike me back in anger, you'll take my throne," or something like that. And when you see her force the lightning back. You see her force the lightning back with the lightsabers. You see him force the lightning back. So she has technically forced him back. But yeah. So technically, but also as well, I hated Rey. I just thought I like Daisy Ridley, but I hated her character. I mean, they are garbage, but you need to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. The only reason those Star Wars films bombed is because Disney kept interfering. I hate studio interference. If you hire a filmmaker to make a film, they should be allowed to make the film. They should be allowed to make the film. What's the point of interfering? One of my favourites, if you actually look at it, Zack Snyder's Justice League was amazing, but if you look back at it, the only reason the Justice League films bombed. Yeah, no, so what I'm talking about, Omnivale, to break it down for you, is how films bomb at the box office. And the reason the new Star Wars trilogy bombed, the reasons The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, it's not that Disney want to be politically correct. Disney want to be on the right side of history. It's not about political correctness is stupid when it is stupid. You hire a character for the role that fits the role. You don't just naturally have to include them all. You don't naturally have to include everybody just for the fun of it. You only include a film tanked a few years ago. What was it? I've lost what I was thinking about now. What's the film I was thinking of? The new Doctor Who. Favourite show in the world. They hired after the main character, the Doctor. He's an alien. He can regenerate his face. If he's dying. Basically, it had always been a male for 55 years. It had always been a male, and then they suddenly decided to regenerate him into a female. A lot of people stopped watching because they thought it took away a role model for boys. You can't take a male character and just make it female. Which they did that, and because they made the new Doctor female, all these females were trying to make a petition to have the Doctor always a female forever, and that there should never ever be a male Doctor again. There was a petition that got put up a few years ago to make sure the next British Prime Minister, every British Prime Minister, apparently a white man should never be the British Prime Minister again. Because apparently they aren't the majority now. But that's not how it works. You elect that's not how it works in the UK. You elect who the main party is. The leader of the main party becomes elected, not who's got the right skin colour. So if the Conservative Party were to win the next election, Kemi Badenoch, a black female, would be Prime Minister. You had a slingshot growing up, yeah, but that's not how it works in the UK. You can't turn around and say that no white man or white woman should ever be the Prime Minister again. But talking of political correctness, Red Lord, they did it with Black Panther. They did it with the Black Panther film. Somebody put out a statement saying that white people should be barred from watching the Black Panther film, so black people could watch it in peace. That's racist. That's racist. That's segregation. Hello, Mababin Badrami. Welcome to the stream. I did see your comment about saying hi. But talking about that, that's racism. That's basically saying that white people shouldn't be allowed to go and watch a superhero film because the main character is black. What do you guys think? I 100% think that's racism. How are you? I'm very good. How are you? But right, going back onto that point I just said, how many of you guys think that that's racism? You should go and watch. You should be able to. Average Disney enjoyer. Yeah, you should go and watch. You should be able to watch any movie that you want. You shouldn't. But you shouldn't have someone tell you, "Oh, you can't watch this film." Yeah. You should be able to watch any film you want in cinema. You shouldn't receive a statement saying, "Oh, white people should be barred from watching Black Panther in cinemas, so black people can watch it in peace." That's racism. That's segregation. On Xbox One, no, this is Nintendo Switch Edition. It's the same version. It's the same version of Minecraft. It's 4J Studios, but it's not Xbox One. But yeah, that's segregation. That's basically just trying to decide who should be able to watch a film in cinema based on their skin color, which is absolutely ridiculous and wrong. If I want to see a movie, if there's a film that catches my that was horrible last night, everybody. I guess nowadays the tables are turning. Yeah, but the tables shouldn't be turning though. The point of moving on, the point of moving on is that you forgive. You don't go and do it. Two wrongs don't make a right. And in fact, Pixel King, on that, like, tables turning, the tables have always turned. The tables have always turned. It doesn't. It goes, but it's always gone both ways. Have you guys ever heard of Robert Mugabe? He was the president of Zimbabwe for 30 years. Anybody? You have a new logo. Yes, a guy who watches the streams made me one and sent it to me on my Discord server. Yeah. When you said about that, like, segregation, Pixel King, when you said that about, like, about tables are turning, there was a guy. How can you open a live on Nintendo Switch? You can't go live on the Nintendo Switch. You need a capture card. Talking of that, what you just said, Pixel King. There was a guy in there was the president of Zimbabwe for 30 years between 1987 and 2017 was a man called Robert Mugabe. In 2003, he started a policy of where they basically tried to strip white farmers of their land, and then redistributed it to black farmers, which technically that's the same. That's racism in itself. That's racism. That's reverse racism. That is reverse racism. That's wrong to do. If you own a farm, why should you be forced to give up your land? But the tables turn all the time. But the whole point of it, everybody, of what I just mentioned, the whole point is forgive, is forget, and not forget. You never forget, but you forgive. You move on. But in some cases, in some countries, rather than forgive, some people want to take it back and change it, so basically you're in charge. So it's like you're now the hierarchy, and you do the same things that they did to you, which technically that is not right. Yeah, but that's robbing you. Skate punk. In the case of like segregation, things like that, because the people that put those laws in aren't alive anymore. So why should their ancestors, why should their descendants get blamed for something their ancestors did? Because they didn't actually do it. So in the case of like segregation, and like people wanted segregation back and things like that, but obviously people that were segregated wanted it back for other people. Is that blaming people for what their ancestors did and wanting revenge? Because the people that you're blaming, the people that they're blaming, or the people that are throwing out the blame, also never experienced it, because they wouldn't have been alive when it happened, when this stuff happened. So is it right that two people that never experienced the problem now creating the problem? But in the case of robbing, if someone robs you, you send them to prison. Actually, it depends what they're robbing. With like robberies and stuff. With like robbings, you have some people that are robbing for necessity, like, you know, you're robbing food because you can't afford to pay. You can't afford. It's what you rob. We had a debate like this in my college class, and this guy in my college class said to us, "Oh, he wouldn't judge anyone for stealing." But I said, well, it depends what you steal. If you're stealing food or clothes, and if you're stealing food or clothes, not clothes. If you're stealing food, yeah, understandable. If you've got children, yeah, it depends what you steal. If you've got children, young children, and you know you're struggling to make ends meet, and you're stealing food, it depends, Red Lord. Jobs are becoming really hard to come by. You've got, especially in the UK, because of a number of factors, because of Brexit, immigration, and a load of other common factors. Jobs are becoming hard to come by. So there are generally people in the UK who are permanently out of work because they can't find jobs. which is why people in the UK are starting to get quite agitated with people moving in from other countries. That's why people in the UK are starting to get agitated by people moving in from other countries, because some people in the UK believe that foreigners are coming in and stealing jobs that could go to English people or, well, British people. That's sort of why a lack of jobs, people struggling to find jobs, is one of the issues, and it's a range of factors. It's immigration that's gone off the scale. It's immigration that's gone off the scale. It's a range of factors. Poor governance. It's everything. But that's why people steal, because some people can't afford it, and all the prices going up as well. Inflation and all the prices going up. So literally, one of my favourite chocolate bars used to cost £2. Now they cost £4.50. How can you speak on the Nintendo Switch? I'm not speaking on the Nintendo Switch. I'm streaming through a capture card, so the mic's actually coming through my computer. We made this the other day, guys. We made like a dinosaur bone statue. Yeah. But I'm going to use an example, Redlord. I'm going to give you an example. I've just finished my uni degree. I'm struggling to find a job because everything wants. I just finished my uni degree. I'm struggling to find a job because I'm literally searching out everybody. I'm searching every day, and I can't find anything in my field that's not 300 miles away. So that's an issue that the UK's got right now, is that not everyone can find a job. Do you need to subscribe? Do I need what? Do you need what? Thank you to the people who subscribed today. We are 67 subscribers off hitting 5,800. Because I think, guys, we might be able to 200. Yeah. But this guy in my college class said he wouldn't judge anyone for stealing. I said, but what? It depends what you're stealing. If it's food for your children, and because you can't afford stuff, then you agree. Yeah. Hello, wax lightly weathered copper stairs. Welcome. But in the mind of it as well, based on what you said, Skate Punk. It depends what they're stealing. So if they're stealing things like cosmetic stuff, designer clothes, DVDs, TVs, computers, and things like that, that's stuff that's not a necessity. That stuff's not necessities. But I'm saying this as part. It's one of those as well, Skate Punk. Why would you have children? Some people lose their jobs and then struggle to find jobs. In the UK right now, the amount of people on minimum wage in the UK is I don't know how to join Discord. So could you add me on? What do you mean by join Discord? Do you have Discord? Then they shouldn't have had their children. Yeah, all you have to do is click the link. All you have to do is click that Discord link, and then it adds you to the server. I do not play Minecraft Vegetable. I do not play I'm talking about the server. Yeah, all you do is click the link. I'm on mobile, it doesn't work. There's a different link. There's a different link on my community page, which it will work. The Discord link works. What do you think? What do you think of my name? Cool. Yeah. But on that regard, yeah, on that regard as well, who's to say sometimes it happens afterwards. It happened to my dad, everybody. It happened. Where's your community link? It's in my community posts. If you go onto my channel, it says posts, and then there's a link in there. That should work. It's the same link on here, but I put it in there. You just got to scroll down. What is best and why? Legacy Console Edition is the best. It happened to my dad, everybody. My dad was in a good job. My parents had me. My dad was in a good job, and then when I was about 2 years old, the company went bust, and it ended up we had to sell a lot of stuff. We had to go and sell stuff that we had to make some money before we got a new job. So yeah, it's not should never have had the kid in the first place. It's circumstance. The UK is, I'm saying with this, the UK is horrible for it. The UK is horrible for it. Basically, you get in the UK, you get paid you get paid for, if you have kids, you get paid. I think you get X amount a week, but there's some people there's some people that don't have qualifications, so they can't physically go up the ladder. What is create a thread? Well, you don't actually have to create a thread. That's just like a, I don't even know what a thread is. Does everyone else know what a Discord thread is? Because I've never used it. But Nintendo Switch has just 1.12 version. It's not the update. It's not the update that counts, Cali Taj. It's what you do with the update. Legacy Console Edition was discontinued, but it was classed as the best Minecraft version before it got discontinued, and a lot of people still see it as the best version because it never lagged, and the people that made it had more care. The people who made it actually loved the game. So it wasn't just a money scam. They cared about player immersion. They cared about player experience more than the game, more than the fancy graphics. PS3 versus PS4. I have no idea. 4J. I've only ever played. I've played PS4 edition at my friend's house. I've never played PS3 edition. Pixel King. I would not know. I would not know whether it's a good version or not. PS3 is backwards compatible. So's Wii U. Nintendo Wii U is backwards compatible with the Wii. So I can play all my Wii games on the Wii U, which is why I've got rid of the Wii. The Wii broke. Is a hot dog a sandwich? No, it's a hot dog. The Wii is backwards compatible with. The Wii U is backwards compatible with the Wii. Is water wet? Yes. Because water is a solid. Water's a liquid, so it's wet. Every liquid is wet. Yes, it is, because water's a liquid. All these people kept saying, is water wet? One of my favourite lines in a film is that. Can you speak Arabic? I cannot. The PS3 is more powerful than the 360. Well, yeah, but the PS3 came out the year later, so they had an extra year to add stuff to it. You often see that video games that come out the year later are more powerful. Nintendo Switch is a lot more is a lot more powerful than the Wii U, technically. Yeah, but then you've got to think. It barely. Is your profile picture AI generated? Whose? Mine? Of me? I don't know. I didn't make it. Biger Beans in the server, or as we call him, Glow Beans. He made it for me. He just sent me a message and sent me it that he'd made me a logo, a new profile picture, which I liked the look of it. So I don't know if it's AI. I have no idea. But I just liked the look when he sent it to me. I just liked the look of it, and it's basically my old one, but it looks more digital. It just looks more Drew. The only thing, Decepted doesn't like it. Decepted doesn't like it. Wii Sports is a great game. Wii Sports. Oh, I should stream that, shouldn't I? Should I do Wii Sports? Guys, if I hit 6K, should I? If we hit 6K, should I stream Wii Sports? Should I? If I hit 6K, should I stream Wii Sports? Well. I think eventually, if I hit 10,000, I'll change my name back to Pixel King. Why did you change? Why did you add the DX? What does DX mean? Yeah, Wii Sports Bowling. I first played that in 2006. So, as you can imagine, guys, I was only 4 years old when I played Wii Sports Bowling for the first time. Well, that's not necessarily the case, Pixel King. It pops out who's the most active. So it would pop up with yours because you've got over 1,000 subscribers. Goodbye, wax lightly weathered copper stairs. It would come up with your channel, Pixel King, because it would come up with your channel. What's the best controller? I have no idea. Cali Tej. I have no idea what the best controller is. But honestly, it would come up with your channel. If you took the DX off, it would come up with your channel because your channel's got over 1,000 subscribers. Whoever told you that, I don't think they know much about YouTube or how the algorithm works. It sounds like a new Nintendo handheld, the Nintendo DX. Did everyone remember the Nintendo Nord, the Nintendo Cross? When Nintendo. That's the one. Someone made it in 26. I'm gonna put it in my Discord server.
Here at
Someone
Nintendo,
made it
we
in
pride ourselves on being different.
Because Nintendo were rumored to be announcing a new console, but no one knew what it was at the time. So Nintendo, it was called the NX at the time. Nintendo were announcing it, so Nintendo Cross, somebody called it. Somebody made a design called. Someone made their own design. It was called the Nintendo Cross. And it was the video is very well edited. There we go. Are you Muslim? No, I'm not religious. I don't support or follow any religious group. I'm atheist. I'm back. Welcome back. I just grabbed a coffee then. That's alright. Yes, Kali Tej, I'm not religious. I'm atheist. I have no problem with anyone who is religious or spiritually, physically, or anything like that. It's just not where I am. Welcome, Ryan. Who? Okay, they joined. Hold on, they joined. 57th member joined. Literally joined at 17:18. Left a minute ago. Bloody hell, they were only in our Discord server for 9 minutes. What's the best structure of Minecraft? Woodland Mansion. The Woodland Mansion is so detailed. But I really like the Deep Dark City. The deep in newer Minecraft, the Deep Dark City is pretty cool. Whoever joined, they were literally in the server for like 9 minutes. They were in it for 9 minutes. That's I think that's the longest we've had. I think that's the shortest anyone's been in there. 9 minutes. That's a record. We've had a few people leave. We had someone called British Microwave leave, but he just kept spamming the same meme in, so I just deleted a few of his memes that he put in because he kept putting the same meme in. Woodland, what do you mean Woodland Mansion's horrible? The Woodland Mansion is very detailed from the outside. The Woodland Mansion is but it's massive. I don't think you understand Warped Lightly. Warped Lightly Weathered Cut Upstairs. I don't think you understand what the question was. What did I think from old Minecraft and new Minecraft? Which one did I think was for both? And I think in old Minecraft it was the Woodland Mansion, because in old Minecraft you had the End City, which is nice, but End City's kind of small. Yeah, Legacy runs the world. And in Legacy Worlds, it's everywhere, yeah. Hello, Mr. Kellis. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, but if you look at this, the jungle temple's not big enough. The bastion, yeah, I don't have those because that's bedrock. But honestly, on Legacy Console Edition, there's never enough in the on Legacy Console Edition. There's hardly anything in the Nether Fortress. Desert temples are good, but desert temples have looked the same for years. Bedrock is garbage. That is true. Although, I don't hate Bedrock. It's just, it lags too much. It lags too much. It doesn't lag on my computer though. It does lag a bit, but it's probably because I was trying vibrant visuals. But, you know. But you might as well. You've got to try out sometimes, haven't you? Guys, we are 65 subscribers off hitting 5,500. We're 65 subscribers off hitting 5,500. No, 5,800. 5,800, there we go. Can I be honest about something? Of course you can. You can be honest. It's better people be honest. I don't know why, but my computer runs Java better than Bedrock. I've never played Java. I do have it, but I've never played it. You like... Yeah, I understand it's a Minecraft. I know it's a Minecraft block. I have seen it. Why do people... Can I just ask, why have you named yourself a Minecraft block? Sometimes I'm insecure about my height, especially when I'm around taller people. I mean, I can understand that one. It is very long. I just don't get why it's so long. I don't get why you've gone for such a long name. I like it. Yeah, it is interesting. Yes, I did know that. I've known that for a long time because There's a reason for that, though. I mean, I can understand that. I used to have the same thing. I still do, technically, skate punk. I can understand that one. I can understand it because I don't have it. I'd only have that. I would only have that when I was in college. I wouldn't have it if I was meeting up with anyone. If I was meeting up with Decepted and another person we know, I wouldn't have it because Decepted's 2 inches taller than me. Decepted's literally 2 inches taller than me, and then this other guy's like 3 inches shorter than me. But if I was in college, yeah, I would have that. Because it seemed to be that everyone that went past me was like 6'3" plus. I'm like, for now, what's everyone been eating? But it was weird. Going into college was weird. So technically, when I went into college, we had a guy that was really insecure. They ate their greens. No, when I was in college, there was a guy in my college class, skate punk, that was really insecure. I won't say his name, but he kept mentioning things about it. On his survey, he put, are you big or small? And I didn't know what to put because technically 5'9" isn't short, but it isn't tall, and I didn't know what to put because there's no average. 5'9" isn't average, isn't tall. Do you play any Xbox? I don't have Xbox. I've never played Xbox. Yeah, what was I going to say? No, so there was a guy. He was like 5'4". This guy was like 5'4". And there was a guy, he was, I think he was like 5'3" or something like that. No, he was about 5'2" actually, or something. That's true. Like, in fact, based on what you just said, Vanilla Essence, 6 foot is taller than 95% of people on the earth. I mean, I'm taller than 50% of the earth. I'm taller than 50% of the earth. Actually, whenever you're insecure, yeah, but then half the time it's because they've been brainwashed by media. What's the number of days you play in this world? I don't know. I've played over 8,000. Yeah, but then it's stupid. It's not what counts up. It's not what counts up tall. It's what counts down under. You can be the tallest. You could be the tallest man in the world and have a 1 inch wonder. Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys understand what I was referring to. I think you guys can understand what I was referring to without me going. I think you guys can get my joke. I don't think that matters either, though. No, but it's the media. It's the media. So I've always wanted to play. Well, it's not the media, it's basically who they cast. Like what you said about film. It's basically what you said about film. The ideal height for a male to be hired for an acting role in the media is 6 foot. The ideal height if you want to be an actor is 6 foot. So like that's what Skate Punk said in a stream a while back. I mean, technically, yeah, I wouldn't get a roll. I wouldn't get a roll because I'm not 6 foot. I'm 3 inches shorter than that. How tall is too tall? Do you know what? I don't know. I'd say 6'6". I'd say the tallest you want to be is 6'6", 6'7". After that, I think it becomes a problem. I don't know. When you have to bend down to get a door, I think the average door is about 6 foot. The average door is about 6'8". If you have to bend down to go through the door, yeah. But then I've been in a building before. I've been in a building before that was really, really small, and I was scraping the roof. I think anything over 6. I think anything over 6'6" is probably a little bit too tall. Unless you live with Smurfs. Yeah, I mean, because and also you need to weigh more as well. If you're taller, you need to weigh more because obviously over that. So, talking of this, I was in college once and I saw a girl that was honestly 6'8", 6'9", and she looked like she was gonna drop down dead. Fast cards that have a smaller material. Yeah. Oh, do you mean cars or cards? Yeah, that wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't bother me, to be honest, because I can't drive. I don't have a license. I haven't learned to drive. What was I gonna say? Well, I've seen people do it. But what was I gonna say to the point? See, I saw this girl. She was like 6'8", 6'9". Honestly, she looked malnourished. She probably weighed about 150 pounds, which obviously 150 pounds is obviously, that would be but that's above average for certain heights. That's above average. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I'm not actually 5'9". I'm not actually 5'9", but I've always rounded it up. I'm not actually 5'9". I just round it up because it's easier than saying, oh, I'm 174.9. I mean, no, basically, Vanilla Essence, what Skate Punk said is he feels insecure around people that are sometimes taller than him. But I can understand that. Same. Yeah, I think I'm 174 centimeters, 0.9, which is just under 175. So I think I have always rounded it up a bit. Should I sub? Well, you can if you want to. So, yeah, I can understand that. But with shoes, I'm a little bit above that. With shoes, I'm 176. With shoes, I'm about 177. I'm almost 176. I think I can understand that. I can understand that though. It was a test. Yeah. What was I gonna say? But if you're 5'9", technically, technically you don't have to spend more on clothes. Some people that are taller have to spend more on clothes. Honestly, I know a guy that had size 50 UK 15 feet. I knew a guy that had size UK 15 feet or something like that. I knew a guy that had size 15 UK feet, so that's basically men's size 16 in the US. That's men's size US 16. So you can imagine how big that is. So I knew a guy that had size had to buy shoe size something like 15E or something like that, which oh no. So I honestly, I knew a guy, he had to wear something like size 15E or something like that, which is US men's size 16. Honestly, how much do you think he had to spend, Skate Punk, on getting new shoes? How much do you think he had to spend on getting new shoes because he had to have them custom made? So being shorter is actually bro's clown shoes. Yeah, it was a size. It would be. Yeah, he had to have shoes custom made because he was up. This guy was. Yeah, I knew a guy that was 6'3", but he had really huge feet, and he ended up having to spend a load of money on having custom shoes. Yes, I have. I have changed my profile picture. Basically, a guy in my Discord server sent me a copy. So everyone on here is probably happy that they're short. Well, everyone on here is probably happy they're short after I said that, because he was having to pay a lot of money on. I think it was more than that actually. I think it was £250. So hold on, £250 in dollars, $337 US. It's all AI. I hate AI. What do you hate about AI? Yeah, so 330 US, it would be the equivalent of £250 is the equivalent of $330 US. Can take over the world and shit. It can't take over the world because the AI that's being, I didn't make the profile picture, a guy on my Discord server did. AI, honestly, AI cannot take over the world. Not this AI. The AI that we have now is not legitimate AI. It's basically just an automatic search engine. You put it in, it just searches Google and finds you information on the things you've prompted it into. Actual AI would go and find the evidence for you, but it can't do that. Actual AI can't do that because we don't have actual AI. $2031. Yeah, maybe. It's scarily accurate. I told it to guess my weight and it didn't. It got me £150 lighter. So it thought I was £70. No, it thought I was £60. Sorry. No, that's illegal in the UK. No, actually, that's incorrect. To be honest, Vanilla Essence, you can tell if you watch enough videos, you can tell if it's AI. It's not accurate enough. You can tell it can never be that accurate because it can't do human emotion. AI can't do human emotion. So if you watch the AI video, If you watch an AI video, it never, the human emotion is never right. So if you look at video AI, if you look at the AI, you can see, watch an AI video and you can see the eyes don't look real. The eyes, there's nothing behind the eyes. There's no emotion. He can't do it yet. Well, if it does, my industry's out of business. But I don't think AI can't get human emotion right, because it's not human. Human emotion, you can do two things at once. You can be sad and happy at the same time. AI can only do one at a time. And in fact, it can't get it right. So when you see them smiling, it's like the teeth are too big, the eyes are too. It can look as realistic as possible, but you can still tell because of the eyes. But yeah, going on to that point though as well that I was making. Yeah, that's true. But when you said about that skate punk, if you are shorter, you it costs less for clothes, unless you're buying designer shit. I mean, I haven't got Decepted. By all means, if you want to make me a new profile picture, make me a new profile picture. But I can't. I can't get rid of that image because I haven't got my profile picture on this computer. Although I thought it looked nice. But I think the colours are too beige. All I can hear is my sister being sick in the background. Sorry. But yeah, honestly, if you are shorter, clothes are simpler. What happens if AI is going to take over the world? You've been watching too many films. If AI, this is one thing that they never mention in the film. Netherrack is weird, yeah. This is something they never mention in films. Wax lightly weathered cut copper stairs. If a robot's going off, all you do is turn it off. If a robot's going haywire, all you do is turn the robot off. Because robots can't run out of can't run themselves. Sorry, off the top. No, it's all right. A robot cannot. I'm gonna mute my mic a minute. Streaming while my sister's casually being lurching her lungs up in the background. I am here, everyone. Sorry, but my sister started being sick in the background, so I don't want you guys to have to hear someone being sick in the background. Right, going off the point though. Honestly, if a robot goes AWOL, you can still hear it. If a robot goes AWOL, what you do, Decepted, please mute. Technical difficulties. Oh, Jesus. Right. Yeah, honestly, if a robot if a robot goes AWOL, like you just said, waxed lightly weathered copper stairs. If AI is a computer, it's a robot. It's robotic. It's not real. All you do is turn it off. All you do is turn it off. It can't take over the world because you can just turn it off. They never mention that in the film because in films. It's coming from me first. Thank you, Red Lord. Pardon me. Ooh. Oh God, Decepted, what have you sent me? A robot cannot I'm going to mute my mic a minute. My God, Decepted, that isn't thin nasty. Jesus. Oh. Bloody God. Yeah. I did say earlier on though, my sister's been coughing and been ill all day, so we might hear the chat off chance of her being sick. And yeah, we hear it. We heard it loud and clear. Thank you to the 600 people who've watched the stream in the last 2 hours. You guys got more than you expected, didn't you? You got the sound of my sister being sick in the background. You guys got a little bit more than you were expecting on this stream. You got a lot more than you were expecting. It's ridiculous though, Decepted. Rather than blow her nose, she's been sniffing, so of course all the snot and all that goes back down your throat, makes you cough, makes you be sick. So she's brought that on herself by being an absolute pillock. $63 subscribers to go until we hit 5,800. We should be able to hit that by the end of today. Make a park. Make a park. That's a good idea. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna come up with some designs. I'll come up with some designs on this off camera. Yeah, what we're going to do, here we go, so hello Chris Lane brother, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's quickly hop up this. Okay, where's the stairs? Where's the stairs? Close your door. No, my door's closed, this is coming through the wall. Hello JK Slayer, welcome to the stream. It's coming through the wall, Decepted. It's not because it's only fucking no, it won't. It won't. This is drywall. I could literally put my fist through this wall if I wanted to. If I wanted to, I could put my fist through that wall. That wall is literally just plasterboard. It's coming through the doors and walls. It's not coming through the door. The door's closed. The door's closed. It's coming through the wall. It's actually coming through the wall because it's like plasterboard. I could literally jump through it if I wanted to. I could jump through that wall because that wall is new. That wall's only been there for about 20 years. No, the wall's been there about 25 years. Because the wall, actually, where I'm standing would have once been part of my sister's room. where I'm sat would have once been part of my sister's room. There's a mark on the roof. There's a mark on the roof there's a mark on the roof of where the room used to be smaller. But whoever lived here before had more boys than girls, so made the room bigger. And they did a fucking shit job. Because you can see the mark of where the old doorway, where the old wall boundary was. Terrible job, yeah. Do you know what's also bad at their job? Decepted. I'm joking. Joking. It's coming through the doors and the walls. 630 people have watched this stream, so thank you everyone. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I started streaming around about 3:30. No, about 3 o'clock. Can you pretend to throw up? No, we started streaming around about 4. Can you pretend to throw up? No. Because I don't want to throw up. I haven't been ill for over a year. I haven't been ill properly ill for over a year, so I'm trying not to get ill. The last time I was ill decepted was when you know what. Oh no, it wasn't that. Last time I was ill was last year. I watched the latest Doctor Who episodes, episode 6, Rogue, and then I fell really badly ill after watching that episode. I fell ill after an episode where I was sat there and I suddenly just threw up, and that resulted in I was ill for 2 weeks. I actually lost my voice. I tried to join the Discord VC with I tried to join a Discord VC with Decepted everybody. I tried to join a Discord VC with Decepted, and I left because nobody could pick out what I was saying because I'd lost my voice that bad that you could only hear certain words. And I said, well, I might as well. I messaged Decepted and said I'm not going to join it because you guys can barely hear anything I say, which technically was true. I tried to film a YouTube video, but obviously people still couldn't understand what I was saying because it sounded like this. And I really lost my voice. $633 people have watched this stream. That's fantastic. Anyway, guys, I might end this stream here in a minute. I don't know. We are getting closer to monetization, everybody. Literally, you guys have put on. We're literally 500 hours. We're literally 500 hours off monetization. Well, we're 500 hours off when I can apply. We're 500 hours off being able to apply for monetization because that could take months. It could actually take 6 or 7. It could actually take 6 or 7 months. Because you never know what's going to happen. And monetization's a shocking thing. If you go under it, if you dip back under 3,000 hours, technically then you lose your monetization again. So I don't want to hit it and then go and drop straight back out of it again. That's something that I don't want to happen. We are literally 63 subscribers off hitting 5,800. So I think we're on the verge of hitting it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this stream here because got other stuff I need to do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And the next one will be tomorrow.